Starting with things of little value, a bit of spilled oil, a little stolen wine, repeat to yourself, for such a small price I buy tranquility and peace of mind. I buy tranquility instead. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the trade that I took, but first I want to talk about that quote from Epictetus, um, who is my favorite uh, author in Stoicism. And the reason why is because he says a lot of practical things that I apply to myself so much. After yesterday's blow up, I realized that I didn't know what I was doing, right? I didn't know how to accept the loss. I didn't understand after the fact. I didn't understand why I decided to just continuously blow up my account. I could have been okay with a $600 loss and moved on, but instead I wanted to prove myself right, and in that I blew my account. So that is actually the quote that I read this morning when I woke up. And that quote means so much to me in the sense that no matter what you're going through in life, there's so many things that can make you upset. There's so many things that can make you angry, whatever, whatever. You have the choice on whether you decide to buy your tranquility or not, to buy your peace of mind, right? In meditation, as well as mindfulness, we always talk about the clouds, right? Whenever you're meditating, you see the clouds. It's okay to see the clouds. When you're meditating, you're not supposed to think, oh, I shouldn't have any thoughts. Like, you will have thoughts, right? It's the same thing in life, too. There are going to be so many little things that annoy us, so many little things that we're upset about. Can we get to that point where we always say, I buy my peace? Can we do that? Because if we can, there are going to be so many things in this world that don't bother us as much anymore. I was so upset about losing that account for no reason. I had no reason to lose an account like that, right? I went from 4x a phase to 3x phase in the day. And not even a day, in an hour of just reckless trading, trading unprofessionally. But when I woke up and I read that quote, I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy my peace of mind today. Yeah, I'm still going to stew over it a little bit. I'm still going to be upset over it. But I'm going to buy my peace of mind today. And that's exactly what I did, right? Every single time it came up, I was like, look, I'm upset about it, but I'm going to buy my peace of mind. Every single time I had a thought about what I did last night, every single time I was like, I'm going to buy my peace of mind today. And that led into me trading today. So today had a really good trade. We're going to go over it as well. I do want to give a shout out real quick to the Discord. Link is in the description box below. Those guys, always encouraging me, right? They knew I blew my account last night. Um, So it's always really good to have some support too. And if you're looking for that support, it sounds like an ad. I swear it's not an ad. But if you're looking for that support, you have come to the right place. No, if you're looking for some good support, we have the Discord channel, I always say channel, the Trading Stoically Discord. We have some good Discord in there. Um, and I want to invite you to being a part of that. So we have some really good traders in there as well. We have people who are still learning, including myself. I'm still learning. But the thing that we definitely do have the most in there is positivity and encouragement. And we get that all the time, regardless of however people are trading. Speaking of the Discord, there's a member in there. His name is Josh. He's a fellow Spurs fan like me. Come on, you Spurs. Um, and he was talking about how I should diversify my risk, right? So getting 5 accounts in the future, I should get to the point where it doesn't matter about risking so heavy, risking $400. I can just risk $200, right? And who cares how long it takes to get to a payout? And what I was telling him was, well, I didn't really feel like risking so heavy was bothering me. And on self reflection, I don't think that was the issue either last night. I still think it was I just couldn't accept the loss last night rather than how much I lost because I was only down $600. I've had days where I've been down close to $900 off 2 losing trades and risking a little bit heavier than 400, like 450 each. And I was fine with it. And I locked my account just like normal, but for whatever reason, last night I just couldn't take a loss. However, I'm definitely going to be taking into consideration what he was saying. And I don't think, starting in September, I don't think I'm going to be risking so heavily. I don't think I'm going to be risking $400 plus per trade. I think I'm going to go back down. It won't be 200 though. I think it'll be anywhere from like 250 to $300 per trade. That way, it fits my personality a little bit more. It doesn't take such a toll on my mental when I have two losing trades in a day of down $800 and $900. Instead, it'll be like down $500 to $600. And it'll always feel like it's salvageable, right? And just because I'm risking 250 to 300 does not mean that that's all I'm going to make either. It can be one to one, sure. But with the way that I trade, I always like to leave runners. So if I'm able to leave runners, then you can start making the same $400 you were trying to make beforehand, but off risking less. So instead of a one-to-one RR, some trades are going to hit a little bit less than one-to-one. Some trades are going to hit more than one-to-one. I've had trades hit 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1. So, but the main factor is we need to be able to stay in this game for such a long period of time. And that was the point of Josh, Don, in the Discord as well, and whoever else said it as well, Dominic, Jimmy, whoever, right? Short bus, whoever. Um, and that's the point, right? G as well, too. G said a really good comment on yesterday's video as well, where he was like, if you look at it, it's just a bigger picture, right? Where when you blow an account, it's just part of the story. It's just a chapter, right? If that's the end all be all, then I wouldn't be making this video today. So we got to keep pressing on. We got to keep moving forward, and that's exactly what we did in today's trade. So let's go over today's trade real quick. Um, I know I released a video earlier today as well, talking about my journey as well. So if you would like to know my journey, you can always feel free to go check that out. Um, but today's trade, this crazy move happened, but I stopped trading before then, so I did not take advantage of that. Let's look at the executions real quick, so that way we can um, go over why I took what I did, and we'll also go on replay as well. So we started trading a little bit on the earlier side today. Reason being is because we had higher low, lower high, lower high, lower high. This is NQ's chart, but I will be going over MNQ because that's what I used to trade anyway. So here you can see I started taking some shorts, right? Why did I take shorts? Because at this time here, let me delete volume profile so you can see a little bit better. This is what we had. We were up, right? So at first I was like, oh, I think we're actually bullish. But then I saw this high, lower high, lower high, right? So at 7:14, we decided to take a short. Do you see this? Right? I don't know if it correlates. Let me actually see if it correlates or not. Okay, I guess replay is not a thing anymore. I thought I was on replay. I guess not. So let's fast forward a little bit. Look at this. I love seeing this. Why do I love seeing that? Such low volume buying. I love this one too. Even though it's a nice green body candle, where's the volume? There is no volume on that whatsoever. Low volume again, right? High selling volume, high selling volume, high selling volume. So we took shorts here, a couple, right? This is the combine, by the way. I immediately, as soon as I came into today, I locked out my funded accounts. Um, I think I'll be taking a break from those for the rest of the week. My goal is to replenish my um, funded accounts uh, before, basically replenish my max allocation status. That sounds so weird, but basically get a couple more funded accounts again before I start trading them again, right? Because I lost yesterday's one for no reason, and I lost the one before because I got a payout and I had limited balance and I took my normal trades and I lost, right? So I want to be able to do that a little bit. I want to be able to get those back before I start trading on my funded account again. So hopefully we can do it before September. If we can't do it before September, it's fine. We'll start trading the funded account in September. So took a couple shorts there. Then Took a couple more here, right? Because we started confirming at 722. So you'll start seeing what happens, right? So here at the top, love to see that candle. Where are we at? This purple line is VWAP. So we're at VWAP right now, forming another lower high, reverse pin on decent volume as well, right? So we're fighting. We're fighting to stay on top here, followed by a red candle, followed by reverse pin, rejecting VWAP, higher volume. And then from there, boom, huge sell. So we added some more, right? So we're on the combine. We're looking to pass these in 2 days. My philosophy with combines now, right? At this point in time in my journey, I got to pass these combines as quickly as possible. There's no point in waiting 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Well, I mean, 6 weeks, not days. Sorry, because it could take 5, 6 days to pass a combine. But there's no point in me waiting many weeks for me to pass a combine. That is time wasted. Again, for me at this point in my journey, right? If you go back and listen to today's video from earlier, you'll see that it took me months to pass my first combine. So that is not where I'm at anymore, but I used to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, take some more shorts, right? At 723. So now we are in our full position at this time, and it was just a matter of a waiting game. So I need to do a better job of um just getting to the point where I just step away. So I did set a couple of alerts, stepped away, or I wanted to step away. I was still here, right? Because I just wanted to see how the trade was playing out. And our target was 492. So you'll see here, we're filled 5 at 492 here, and we are done. So I've been done trading for a couple hours now, which is awesome. Um, I love finishing that early before even 8 o'clock. But then apparently we had some news come in. Trump has decided to fire Federal Reserve. His name is Cook, I think. So market drop because of that. We had some crazy stuff too. So now this is where we're at. But overall, it was a really good trade. I forgot to put volume profile on here as well, um, as the reasoning as to why I took this trade. But again, lower highs, right? Um, breaking value area low, coming up coming up to value area low again, rejecting it off top there, and then continuing lower. It's a really good trade. So um, and our target, the reason why we're aiming for 492 was our first target was 500 here, and then our second target was to see if we can come down to this low right here at 486, which we did end up hitting. But 492 was just a target just because of the $1,500 day. If it wasn't the $1,500 day, I would have tried to aim for 486 or so, but most definitely 490 takes them off at that time. But then all this craziness happened. So yeah, so it was a really good trade. Super excited about that. Halfway to passing this first combine, I will look to see if I can pass this one tomorrow. If I'm able to pass this one tomorrow, then the following day, we'll buy another combine. We'll take a trade on that one, hopefully, same thing. And then hopefully the last day of the trading week, we're able to pass that one too. So again, no guarantee, right? The only thing that we can do in trading is just stick to our process, stick to our trades. And that's actually something I want to talk about too, a little bit too, before I finish this video, is that there was a difference in myself from when I got that payout a couple weeks ago to now. Up until that point, when I was trading, I got that payout. I was not emotional. I even told my girlfriend too, like I had a really nice winning day one time. I was like, yeah, like I won so and so and so. Maybe it was like $500 or whatever. I did not give a, you know what I mean? Like I did not care, right? But then after I got that payout, my goal was to keep the account alive, right? See if I can build up the balance again, which I got really close to doing. But more emotions arose out of me by doing that. And I think that has continued into my trading up until now. where I realized that for wins, I was getting a little bit more giddy, and for losses, I was getting a little bit more down, right? Why? And I realized it was just stemming from the feelings of having that, oh my gosh, I just got another payout. I've become the 1% of the 1% of traders who ever get a second payout, blah, blah, blah. Like, when it's not really about the money, is it? Josh said it in the Discord today again, too. He said it's an ego thing. Why do you want to risk $400? Right? Because I see guys like Kevin Tran on Twitter and all these other people, right? I say Kevin Tran just because he's a nurse, he works in a hospital, right? I'm a physical therapist, I work in a hospital, but like, it could be anyone, anyone who's doing well. They start making like $10,000, $20,000 in payouts, $50,000 in payouts. Like, KT is someone where he didn't get his first payout till February of this year when I got my first funded account. And since then, he's made like $50,000 in payouts. And I'm like, bro, like, if I want to level up, I got to start risking more. I got to start, like, bro, it's wrong, right? And I think because of that second payout, I started becoming more emotional, so much so to the point that yesterday I could not take a loss and I blew my account. So we're going to try to get back to that Victor that doesn't do that anymore, right? That is using stoicism in order to help him bounce back. That's a reference to my second ever video, or third ever video. But to bounce back and just to be able to improve myself as a trader, right? So going back to that quote, these things happen. I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna have more annoyances. Like tomorrow, I might come out and trade and I might lose, right? This combine might be blown because I risked, more than I should have, or not in that sense, but like I risked the appropriate amount and I lost, so now it's only down to like a $500 or whatever. I might take a loss tomorrow. Is basically what I'm trying to say, and I might get annoyed at that, but I need to be able to come back and say, I'm gonna buy my piece. This is really, in the grand scheme of things, this is really not that important. So yes, I want to pass a funded account, or I want to pass a combine. I want to have another funded account. I want to be max allocated again, right? But in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that important. What's important is always doing the best that you can to better yourself, sticking to your process, and doing what you can to be a profitable trader in a professional manner. So, yeah, that's it. My girlfriend always gets on me for not doing any stoic quotes. She's like, "Your channel's called Trading Stoically. You never do any stoic quotes." I'm sorry, there, babe. I did one again, and I'll be looking to do those more too because I enjoy doing that. So, anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed a trade recap today. Again, if you want to know about my story, please go check out my previous video. It basically kind of talks about from when I started trading in 2020 all the way up until now and creating this YouTube channel. I really don't know if it has any good tidbits in there or not. Um, but I just thought that because you guys did the giveaway and you guys told me about your stories, I felt like it was only fair for me to tell you guys mine, right? So I hope to share the stories of the people who have won as well in a later video because I thought those were very inspirational. So I'll probably do that in a later video. But until then, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.